This place is Disneyland, USA. Disneyland could happen only in a country where freedom is a heritage and the pursuit of happiness a basic human right. And Disneyland has happened only once during this century, for here is an entirely new concept in family entertainment. Disneyland is divided into 5 different realms. We shall visit them all and experience many thrilling adventures. But perhaps one of the greatest adventures here was the planning and construction of Disneyland itself. Only yesterday, this was 200 acres of emptiness. Today, out of the flat sandy soil, desert rock formations have miraculously appeared, and hills and valleys. And where all was once bleak and arid, wide navigable streams and rivers now flow. The trees and foliage of Disneyland have been brought from all parts of the world. Here they've taken root and have begun to thrive and grow. And so shall Disneyland itself continue to expand and develop, so that one may always find in this enchanted domain the new and the unexpected. Well, there's a lot going on down there right now, and we want to be a part of it. So let's drop in for a typical day in Disneyland, just as though we were actually visitors from some distant place. In this modern age, we'll arrive by helicopter and touch down for our landing at the Disneyland heliport. Before we start the grand tour, however, we'll probably want to register at the Disneyland Hotel. Everything's on wheels here, even the people. And one of these little trams will bring us right to the main entrance of the hotel. Here, all the family will find a warm welcome and the finest in modern hospitality. This is outdoor living at its carefree best. Scattered throughout these spacious grounds are many recreational areas, where guests of all ages may enjoy games and social activities. Well, now that we've checked in and had a plunge in the pool, it's off to Disneyland. And we can thumb a ride from anywhere in the area, or this mechanical mule train will take us straight to the main entrance. The first sight to greet us is one of the famous Disneyland trains of the 1860s.
Disneyland passenger train, the E.P. Ripley, now arriving on track number 1 from a trip around Walt Disney's Magic Kingdom. Passengers will stand by to board. Baggage and mail car board at the platform.
Later, we'll board one of these trains for a sightseeing trip. But now let's join the crowd passing through the tunnels of the main entrance. And this is where the world of today is left behind. For now we enter the land of yesterday and tomorrow, and of course the land of fantasy. This is Disneyland's town square and the beginning of Main Street, USA. Here is America at the turn of the century, at the crossroads of an era. The gas lamp is just giving way to the electric lamp, and the horse car to the auto car. The old fire department is here too, very active. There's also a police station, a town hall, even a newspaper. Along Main Street, as everywhere in Disneyland, the modes of transportation are many. There's even a double-decker bus for those who prefer to see the sights from the heights. town, newfangled notions have their place all right, but there's a lot of folks who still think horsepower should be supplied by horses. So let's hop aboard this old-fashioned streetcar and take a front row seat. We'll soon discover this is just about the busiest, most colorful Main Street in all of America. The Main Street Movie House features 6 silent cinemas, all running at the same time. In the Symphony of Main Street, the shooting gallery and the mechanical melodeons add another nostalgic note. At the end of Main Street is the plaza, and for us, this is the end of the line. But before choosing our next adventure, we'll pause for a moment to rest in the shade and enjoy the passing scene. The plaza is the hub of Disneyland. From this focal point, radiate all the different and distinctive realms. The Avenue of Flags marks the entrance to Tomorrowland, where man's dreams of the future become the realities of today. And just beyond the Lake of the Swans, Fantasyland, the happiest kingdom of them all. From all corners of the world, visitors come to cross over this drawbridge and enter the timeless world of imagination. And many of them pause for just a moment to photograph the graceful towers and turrets of Sleeping Beauty's castle. Behind the entrance to Adventureland lies a network of mysterious tropical waterways, but we'll return to explore them later. First, we're going to look at a panorama of the past, America's past. This is Frontierland, dedicated to the faith, courage, and ingenuity of the pioneers who blazed the trails across America to a new, unsettled land. Frontierland tells the story of a young and enterprising nation, and of a people moving westward by riverboat and keelboat, by stagecoach and covered wagon. Here, pioneer days and frontier ways are relived in the river towns and in the trading posts, in the wilderness forts and Indian villages. Just across from the steamboat landing lies Tom Sawyer's Island. Everybody loves to explore, and this is the place to do it. There are secret paths and winding trails, and mysterious hideaways, such as Injun Joe's Cave. You can climb to the lofty summit of Lookout Point, or sway your way across the old suspension bridge. Frontierland, the desert roads and trails lead to the western mining town of Rainbow Ridge. Deep in these hills are the beautiful Rainbow Caverns, which can be visited aboard one of these sturdy little mine trains. Rainbow Ridge is a frontier traffic center. Here, stagecoaches and Conestoga wagons arrive and depart just as they did in the days gone by. The younger pioneers, prospecting for pleasure, hit the desert trails on a mule train. In any mining town, gold is where you find it. Here's a desperate character trying to take it with a six-gun instead of a shovel. While the villain heads for the last roundup, we'll head for cover in the gold mine. But we soon emerge again to begin a trip into the wide open spaces of the great American desert. To take care of desert traffic problems, there's a natural bridge, and it's just as efficient as the modern freeway. Only in Disneyland would a cactus try to thumb a ride. And this is nature's version of Heavy, Heavy Hangs Over Thy Head. But they're perfectly safe. Not one has ever been lost. Either a rock or a visitor. In the heart of the desert, the bubbling mud pots add a note of brilliant color. And atop the distant buttes, the Indian pueblos stand, in silent tribute to the artistry of an ancient people.